not green shuffle. And then to my own shuffles. Next shuffle, I have christened next shuffle to circulation shuffle. The card handling reminds of a faro shuffle, but it's a full shuffle, it's a blind shuffle, and every card stays in correct order. Well, explanation. I reverse the top card so you can follow the moves. Before I start, I have this position. And I explain later how I can reach this position. I take small heaps from the bottom, and the heaps circulate, comes over and goes down. The same principle as in up the ladder. From this side, here is the start position. You see a break with a pinky and a fraction of, just a little break with a third finger. Which you immediately lose. The third finger press this heap upwards. And now the start moment. I take a middle part, then half of that. I circulate here and do this. Now I have reached the start position. Now I continue. It's also possible to use the same up the ladder principle with overhand shuffle grip. And when I do the normal circulation hinder, if you can say so, I do it first reversed and then on the real way. Circulation shuffle, and every card, very close, is in the original position. Now to another group of fall shuffle. I call them rapid cuts shuffles because they are based on the same principle. The moves are a little strange, but don't worry, because you can use them in a special presentation. I mean, the grips are unnatural, but interesting in a way. For example, the first time I used this shuffle, I said something that this gambler couldn't shuffle on the normal way because he had a shot in his left hand, and something like that. And suddenly, a strange move is interesting in a way. And I mean, here's another variation of it. It's a kind of flourish shuffle, or you can do it this way. when you train this, in the beginning you use the moves as a small heaps cut, and then gradually it looks more and more like a shuffle. Explanation. I reverse the top card so you can follow the move, and it's a blind shuffle, so every card stays in the position. The grip here is Hindu shuffle, and here you do Charlie passes, Charlie cuts. And the last heap, you can do it the same way, but here you do a cut, put it in the middle, and put it over. And not a card, change position. And you can do variation, I think 5, almost 10 different positions. Here's another way. And you can combine the way of doing it. Here's one way. Or you can take them backwards. That's all. Rapid cuts, shuffles. Then to the next false shuffle. And this shuffle is also a blind shuffle. And every card stay in the original position. Then the explanation. First, I use another deck. First, the riffle shuffle. In the book, I think it is expert card technique of Jugend and Brower. It's a picture, something like this. And this is very difficult. It's difficult to control the cards. It's easier to have the card at the base of the fingers. Like this. You can control them much easier. Well, then the false shuffle. The principle is the same as the table riffle shuffle by Di Vernon in Triumph. That means that only one card change position. First, I riffle from the left hand, 1 or 2 cards, or some more, and I spare only one card from the right heap. Push them together. At this moment, I tilt the deck forward so the spectator don't see the gap between the cards, and push the card. That means that only one card moves. The other card stays here. Then I change the grip and do a strip out, and then the circulation move here, which I described in the false circulation shuffle before. Then I cat with a break and repeat the shuffle. It's also possible to do the shuffle once I reverse the top card so you can follow it. Here, strip out, circulation, and then grab the bottom. Just take one card, circulation, and cat. And now cards are in correct order. Another very difficult variation is this. Instead of normal strip out, you have a gap here. It's also possible to just cut like this. But personally I don't use that. Maybe you do. Well, that was a false riffle shuffle. And I call it one card riffle. Okay, then a false cut. This position, grab the card with the third finger. I'm very fond of these Spanish cards. And now I will teach you how the card sharks work when they like to find some key cards. Well, the thing I did now was a substitute for a false shuffle. It's a blind shuffle, not a card change position, and I call it table chaos. And it's important to justify the moves and explain something. And the card handling is very sloppy, so the audience think you really shuffle the card. But of course you don't say, now I shuffle the card. And it's very good to use if you have a size-Stebbins order or a deck, a pre-arranged deck for a poker demonstration or anything. I take a deck in complete order and the explanation. In the beginning, you do it like a robo-mechanical, then you do it irregular. Grab your group cards, reverse them. I mean, here the audience see that the cards are in red, black or numerical order, so it's not so good. A couple of times. Now you have 5 heaps. Continue. You see not the card change position. And it's easy to understand that, I mean, if you just take one card here at a time, you see they don't shuffle. Okay, table chaos, very useful as a substitute or together with the false shuffle. When I do magic,